What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brian from American Auto. This is my American Auto 2A channel. We're out here on the back section of the property, and I figured to get this channel going, we would start out with, in my collection, the smallest guns that I own and move our way up in each video. We'll do it that way and we'll see what happens. Now keep in mind, in this, I have friends that want to come and show off their guns as well. My buddy Jared from Top Notch Trees, he has several really unique guns that we'll show you guys on this channel. But for today, we are going to start off with a couple of my favorite little guns for, you know, going around on the property, stuff like that. You know, I always carry my 9mm on me, you know, because that's the right size to be able to take out bad guys or bad critters here in Tennessee. So, you know, it just really all depends on the situation. But primarily if I'm just out here and there's chipmunks and field rats and all that running around, I like to have a little 22. So we'll get this started here and I'll show you what we're working with today. All right, so the first one we're working with here, this is actually my wife's gun. It's actually a very old gun. She inherited it from her grandfather. Now, I had never seen one of these guns until I met her. I mean, I've seen the variants of it, as in the real cheap ones that you can buy for like $129. But this one is not that. This is the Ruger Single 6, okay? And this one we actually have both cylinders for. So we have the short and long rifle and the Magnum cylinders for this particular gun. Now, this one, when her and I first got together, I saw this gun, fell in love with it, you know, and just shot the crap out of it, you know, and carried it everywhere for a long time, you know, until we moved up with guns and all that. But she knew I loved this gun so much, and so our first year together, she decided to surprise me. And what she did to surprise me was showed up with this guy. Now, granted, this is the Ruger Wrangler. Not a really expensive gun or anything like that, but it's a nice gun. It's Ruger. And this one, I did not opt to get the Magnum cylinder for it because I don't shoot Magnums anyway. I just don't. I mean, never have. But anyway, not to keep this going on, but you know, we're gonna fire a few shots out of these two today, and I'm gonna show you, for those of you who don't know, the difference between a short and a long rifle. I can't believe there's that many people out here in this world that don't know what a 22 short is. Now, before we go too far, I'll just show you this, okay? So, if you know 22, you know that's a long rifle, okay? The short, on the other hand, is this little guy right here. You can see how much smaller it is, okay? Well, let me hold it even, but still, there's that much difference. So, obviously, you can tell the sound quality coming out of it's going to be a lot different as well. The 22 calibers that I'm shooting today are from CCI, and they're the CB Shorts subsonic low noise. These travel at 710 feet per second. Now, for those of you who don't know, you do not fire a gun straight up in the air, but if you do, and that bullet is falling, how fast will a 22 short fall? Leave the answer in the comments below. Now, the long rifles, I believe these are 1,255 feet per second. Anyway, so these are the super extras, copper plated bullets. Now, I've shot these a bunch. Really, you know, it's a cheap round, but it does pretty good. So, the difference between the Ruger Wrangler and the Ruger Single 6 is how you load it. Now, I'm not going to show loading it, but what I will show you is the difference in the two is this. The Ruger Wrangler, when you open the little side door right there, it allows that cylinder to spin. On the Single 6, it does not. The Single 6, you have to pull the hammer halfway back, 1 click, 2 clicks, and then that frees your cylinder. and then with your little side door open, you can load it. So I'll get that done. Hang tight. So I've got a friend who lives in Germany. Hey, Felix. And when he was here visiting, this was the first gun he shot. Although at the time I didn't have shorts for it. Now I do. But I let him shoot this one first. Then I let him shoot the Ruger Wrangler. And then we moved up to the rifles, and then I took him to the range and we shot the big guns. Now, being from Germany, for those of you who don't know, in Germany you can't have guns like you can here in the US. So he had an absolute blast. Anyway, without further ado, let's fire some of these shorts out of here. What do you say? So what I've got sitting over here, and yes, that's the roof of my garage behind me, but what I've got back here in this back 40, there's a doghouse and a bucket right there. That's all we're shooting at, okay? Before you ever shoot a gun, you want to make sure you know your surroundings. Make sure what you're shooting at and what's beyond, okay? You don't want to just start blasting off rounds like you see on them YouTube shorts where the people are out just firing off. That's stupid. That is beyond stupid. So if you're going to do that, don't even watch the channel, okay? But know what your target is, know what's beyond, okay? I'm not a firearms instructor of any sort, but I love firearms. Real simply put, I know where my target is and I know what's beyond. What's beyond is a dirt hill. Let's see what the sound is on this little 22 short. Not bad. Now, that being said, the other thing about the single six, it's a single six for a reason. It's a single shot. There's no multiple shots on this. I mean, it's multiple shots, but you have to pull the hammer back each and every time you want to pull the trigger, okay? That was the shorts, guys. Let's throw in some longs. All right, so we got it loaded up. Again, like I said, we're using the Aguila ammo for this. And yeah, pretty awesome little round. It does what it's supposed to. Let's fire these 6 rounds out of this, and then we'll move over to the Ruger Wrangler. All right. A little bit of difference. All right. That was that. Quite a bit louder. So now you can see the difference between 710 feet per second and 1255 feet per second. The sound is amazing. So I think I want to throw some shorts in that little Wrangler back there. We'll fire it a few times. Okay, hang tight. All right, guys. So we got the Wrangler loaded up with the shorts, just because it's a little easier on the ears, and I'm an idiot and I didn't bring earplugs with me. We're going to have to make this kind of quick because it's starting to rain. But we're going to fire this here Wrangler and see what it does. And yeah, let's see what you think. Okay. The barrel is a little thicker on the Wrangler. That being said, you can hear quite a bit of sound difference. Okay, should have been paying more attention instead of talking. But with the barrel being thicker on this one, and I'd say it probably has something to do with it being, I don't know, 40 or 50 years newer. It holds in some of the sound a little bit better. So there you go. The Ruger Single 6 and the Ruger Wrangler. Now, they have these at most of your local gun stores, and they are in so many different variants to how you can get this. Now, me personally, I love the solid black with the gray hammer, okay? But Now my father-in-law, he has the OD green. No, I'm sorry, I'm telling you wrong. He's got the black with the brown handle. He's got the black one just like this. He's got the blue with the brown handle and the desert tan. They did do a desert tan one. And I want to say for you ladies out there that I think they even did a pink one of these. But yeah, so that's your show on the first of the American Auto A2, or I'm sorry, American Auto 2A channel. Just firing off the little 22 to show you guys. Next time we come back, it might be a 22 and a rifle. Anyway, if you like what we did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the little Ruger Wranglers and the single sixes. And tell me what you'd like to see next on this channel. We have many options. I'll let you know if it's something I can do or not. So, and if you don't know, I have another channel. It's called American Auto, and American Auto 20, and it's all about working on cars. Feel free to head over and check that out, guys. Until next time, be safe with your guns, and remember what you're shooting at and what's past. Don't be stupid. Have a good one, guys.